Okay, so we finished our background and now we're gonna add our tree. You're gonna take some sticks. I know it already looks like a tree, doesn't it? But we need to make sure that we can glue it down. So we're gonna glue our tree together piece by piece. So I'm gonna start with a stick. I think this one's pretty nice. And I'm gonna put a lot of glue on one side. Usually I tell kids not to use a lot of glue, but for this project, lots of glue is just fine. So I'm gonna put a whole lot of glue on my tree. This is gonna be the trunk of my texture tree. Now, it's not gonna stay on my paper until until the glue dries. Let's move it down a little bit more. Yeah, that's okay. All right, so again, I can move this stick around. The glue is not dry. You will have to wait until the next day to really see the results of how well the glue worked. So I'm gonna glue, this is gonna be a branch for my tree, this twig. And I'm gonna put a lot of glue on it. And I'm gonna attach it like it's all one thing, just like a real tree. So I'm gonna make sure that they touch. And if you have some glue smudges on your paper, that's okay. That is okay. When it dries, it'll be clear. No one will notice. This will be another nice branch for my tree. Oh, I like it already. Okay, great. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a lot of glue on this side. And I'm gonna add this branch. Maybe I'll add a few other twigs. Here's one. That's nice, I like that one. Okay, so I've glued down my tree. Now again, it's not gonna be secure until the glue dries. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some leaves to my tree and I'm gonna tear some paper and I'm gonna crumple it up and I'm gonna put some glue on there and I'm gonna glue it. I've gotta be very careful not to move my tree around because I want it to stay where it is and I know that I'm waiting for it to dry. So as long as I add my leaves carefully, I should be fine. I might not even really touch the tree right now because it's still not dry. But in my picture, I've decided it is fall. So the leaves are gonna be all different colors. In your picture, maybe it's spring. Maybe they're all nice green leaves. Maybe it's summer and maybe it's dry and the leaves are a little bit less green. You get to decide what season it is in your picture. Maybe it's winter and you don't want any leaves. That's fine too. I think it's fun to add the leaves. That's why I'm making it fall. And I also think it's fun to add more than one color. So fall to me seems like the most fun season for making a tree. But you can decide how you want yours to look. And I'm just gonna keep adding more and more colors until my tree has lots of leaves. I'm just gonna keep crumpling up paper and I'm gonna keep putting it on my background. And again, this is not gonna dry until tomorrow. So don't worry about it. Just be very careful when you put things down. If you wanna put leaves on your tree, just kind of rest them there because it will dry eventually. And I'm just gonna keep crumpling leaves up. I think I really like the purple. I see this twig is sticking up. I'm gonna try to very carefully add a leaf to the part of the twig that's off of the paper. This might be a little tricky. Let's see if I can make it work. I think I'm just gonna crumple it on there. Oh my gosh, it's gonna work. Okay. Oh, I think I like how my picture is looking. And again, I'm just gonna keep taking paper, crumpling it up, and adding it on. Maybe this one's got a leaf that's actually just sitting on the twig, on the branch. Maybe there's some leaves on the ground. I don't have to crumple these up. Maybe I'll just glue little tiny pieces on the ground, like the leaves have already fallen off. So that's what you're gonna do today. Very, 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 very carefully. I hope you guys have a great time with your texture tree.